Welcome to Off-Road Adventures TV, brought to you by 4 Wheel Parts and BF Goodrich Tires. This is the show where we take stock trucks, Jeeps, and SUVs and transform them into rugged off-road machines. Every week, 4 Wheel Parts goes through hundreds of letters, emails, and videos and awards a complete truck, Jeep, or SUV makeover to a deserving truck owner. Oh my God! Then a special guest gives them some four-wheeling pointers in their new and improved vehicle while taking them on a true off-road adventure. 4 Wheel Parts is the nation's biggest provider of parts for trucks, Jeeps, and SUVs with over 60 locations nationwide. For over 40 years, they provided off-roading parts, accessories, and components from its brand name inventory.
Hey 4 Wheel Parts and Off-Road Adventures, my name's Carrie Harrington and I'd like to see you pick my fiance Chris. Here's some reasons why. Chris has always loved working on cars. He comes up with ideas and makes it happen. He doesn't let anything stop him. Chris currently finds strength to stand on his own while working on his car. His FJ, even though equipped, ready to ride right now through trails and even water, it lacks the parts to get him through the Rubicon Trail, which is his dream. He talked to doing the Rubicon Trail for his 2nd anniversary since being paralyzed, but wasn't ready since he was working hard on getting me my ring. There it is. Now that I got my ring and he's got his girl, all he needs is his FJ equipped for the Rubicon Trail. I would love to see 4 Wheel Parts and Off-Road Adventures pick Chris's FJ to customize. Wouldn't you?
I would just love to have my truck on the show so other people that are paralyzed or handicapped can go out and do the same thing I do.
He's paraplegic. He got in a motorcycle accident.
After watching Carrie's video, the show's producers agreed with her and awarded this week's vehicle transformation to Chris Marcellet.
All right.
So what do you say we go make Chris's day? Come on. Hey, Chris! Hi. Pretty good. We're here to take the FJ. Guys at 4 Wheel Parts ready to make a total transformation.
Cool. Sweet.
That sound all right?
Yeah. Kind of like surprised. Hi.
You look surprised.
What do I do?
Get excited.
I'm stoked. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Alright, cool. Yeah, offered.
All right, cool. What made you decide to get the FJ?
Well, actually, it was kind of a little bit of fun and a little bit of necessity mixed together. About 2.5 years ago, actually on the street behind us here, I was paralyzed in a motorcycle accident when I hit a pothole on the road and got thrown against one of these trees. I spent a lot of time, about 6 months in the hospital and about 6 months at home bed rest kind of thing, trying to figure out how to get back outdoors. It's my new love, outdoors, and it's something that I hope that other people can be able to do as well, that can realize that even though life gets you down, or even though you might be injured or something else like that, man, you still got to get out. And I couldn't drive my Tahoe because I couldn't get a wheelchair in and out of it. It's not made for one. And I didn't want to drive a minivan, and went out and took a look at one, saw the doors open up backwards. I could get a wheelchair in and out, and it's kind of been like my off-road wheelchair. Like, I'll get out and do rock crawling just like anybody else and forget about having to drive a minivan, get out and be normal.
That's right, but the modifications that you've made are highly impressive. Why don't we go through them right now?
My favorite feature is actually probably the squirt gun in the back. Also made my own hand controls. Sometimes when you're paralyzed, you have leg spasms, things like that, and it's not always safe to have a gas pedal in front of your foot. So these are my hand controls I made when it's in its off state. Then the gas pedal works and the hand controls don't. So when I hit the gas on the hand controls, nothing happens. So if somebody wants to drive the car, they can still do that, and it's just like it came from the dealership. But when I flip the switch like this, it cuts out the gas pedal. That way right now, if anybody were to hit that gas pedal, nothing happens, and makes it safe. Also, being paralyzed and not being able to get up and take covers on and off with the lights on top of the car, I made a retractable light system that's aimable. I ended up making my own wheelchair lift because stuff out there is expensive, and to be honest, if you want to not drive a minivan and still try to have somewhat of an exciting life and go out and get outdoors, there's nothing out there. So if you want to be able to do that kind of stuff, you got to kind of take it into your own hands. I would love to be able to have my truck on the show, not to get a bunch of cool stuff, but I would just love to have my truck on the show so other people that are paralyzed or handicapped can go out and do the same thing I do. I mean, if you got to make your own stuff to do it, whatever, go ahead and do it. If you can't do it, give me a call because I'd love to help you. Seriously. 4 Wheel Parts and Off-Road Adventures, help me out so other people can get helped out too, because you guys can help out a lot of people, they just don't know it.
So let's check this baby out. So is there a little spot around here? Maybe we can do a little off-roading?
Yeah, this is where you're gonna feel
Oh,
the
here we
stock
go,
drive.
here we go, right? Hello. All right. But that's great that the FJ has completely turned you on to off-roading. What else do you feel the FJ needs to be a better off-road vehicle?
Having a more aggressive suspension, beefing up the shocks, the springs, adding more lift would be a huge plus for this, just to be able to give you the ground clearance and be able to give you the strength to be able to take on bigger obstacles would be way cool. Because I kind of forget I'm paralyzed a lot, and you kind of forget that I'm handicapped or whatever else when I'm off-roading, just because you don't feel like it. I just like totally encourage anybody that, I don't know, is disabled, handicapped, whatever, just to get into.
They look at your wheels and they're like, hey, you know, this is a great idea.
Hey, you know, if I could help other people to try to get them out and encourage them to get going and try something like this, then, you know, that'd be great. It'd make me feel good. I mean, it's the fun of life anyway, just trying and finding out what works and what doesn't work.
The tow truck is here. Keys are mine.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank you guys very much.
When we return, Steve Magnani and the team at 4-Wheel Parts are going to be making a radical transformation to this FJ. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, take it away.
4-Wheel Parts Off-Road Adventures TV is presented by BF Goodrich Tires. Take control. And brought to you by MagnaFlow Performance Exhaust, Wide Open Performance, and Royal Purple Synthetic Oil, Protection, Power, Performance. Official products of Off-Road Adventures TV.